Due to the present proliferation of rumors around this huge reality controversy, there is a great deal of discussion on the internet. Reports state that there was a startling altercation during which Tai allegedly hit Evelyn after a furious dispute. But watchers were taken aback by Evelyn's startling remark. According to reports, Evelyn did more than just defend herself. In front of everyone, she flipped the roles and charged Tai, accusing him of having an illegitimate kid and a shared lover. It's the type of drama that no one saw coming. The fanbase has also been stunned by the repercussions. Questions about cameras are being raised by friendships, loyalty, and even the public's unstated reality. Does this attack portend a bigger scandal, or did it reach the tipping point? Did Tai have a secret of her own? And Evelyn became well known after her shocking revelation. Views are more polarized than before, and these tales are now filling timelines. Supporters said that the emotions were so intense that a knife could have been used to cut the room's air. What really took place that evening? Let's get started. Rumors of unresolved business between Evelyn and the Tai added to the already high level of tension. Every look, pause, and tense moment between the two ladies was caught on video. No one could have foreseen the result, but fans had been feeling anxious for weeks. The gloves were obviously off the moment Tai's voice became louder. Witnesses described the dispute as intense and rife with long-suppressed hostility. Tai hinted the most horrible act of treachery when she accused Evelyn of invading her personal space. Her tone was abrasive and agitated, as if years of pent-up anger were suddenly exploding. On the internet, fans rewatched the encounter several times, dissecting each phrase and gesture and speculating about what would have caused such a response. Evelyn was widely known for her unshakable and audacious manner. She waited for her opportunity to retaliate, refusing to give up. She broke the stillness with a bombshell that altered everything when she eventually spoke. Reports state that Evelyn publicly declared that Tai was not the innocent person she had claimed to be. She accused Tai of concealing her own secret, which bound them both to a single lover, in a calm voice. The story also claimed that Tai had given birth to a child as a consequence of this relationship, a kid shielded from the limelight. Everyone observing felt the temperature drop as the air froze. It wasn't just a personal charge. Such information might quickly ruin friendships, reputations, and public perceptions. Disbelief erupted on social media. The fans were stunned when they heard it. Timelines were overflowing with posts, some of which defended Tai while others supporting Evelyn. Evelyn's remarks, according to one commentator, were premeditated and intended to denigrate Tai as much as possible. According to someone else, Tai's comment summed up everything. Her attempts at deflection, changing body language, and silence all contributed to the story's plausibility. The fan base and the audience were split, but Tai didn't remain silent for long. Her shaking, outraged voice dissolved the ambiguity. She refuted the charge, claiming Evelyn was making up stories to hide her own behavior. Evelyn insisted on seeing proof, despite her accusations that she had manipulated the issue and harmed her personal life in order to get sympathy and shift the blame. Tai said, "This word proof went viral on fan pages and gossip websites." The whole story abruptly changed. Would Tai's credibility be affected by Evelyn's authentic evidence? According to reports, friends and cast members traded startled looks. Nobody knew who to believe or where to look. Some were seen whispering to one another, obviously torn between truth and allegiance. Alliances are weak in reality drama, and this clash was demonstrating it more than before. Even Tai's closest friends and family did not defend her, according to supporters, maybe out of fear of being implicated as well. The main topic of discussion shifted to the supposed common lover. Individuals speculated about his identity on the internet all the time, looking for hints in old interviews, films, and pictures. By the minute, theories began to emerge, with some claiming that he had been seen with both ladies at different times. The mystery that pervaded his surroundings only fueled the flames, adding to the drama's allure. The personal stakes for both ladies increased the intensity of this meeting. Tai has always portrayed herself as powerful, self-reliant, and family protective. That reputation may have been ruined by the charge of concealing an illegitimate child. Those who valued her position as a mother were left wondering if they had ever had the opportunity to meet her. However, Evelyn has often been described as harsh and combative. However, she used her words as a weapon in this instance, making everyone reevaluate their perceptions of her. Was she planning a takedown, or was she exposing the truth? The level of tension increased when Tai allegedly made an attempt to physically approach Evelyn. Her frustrations are what drive her to behave in this way. Security moved swiftly to prevent her, but the harm was already done. It was striking how Evelyn's calm reiteration of her claim contrasted with Tai's reserve. Tai's outburst seemed to have validated Evelyn's assertions. Viewers and online fans praised this as one of the most amazing reality dramas they had ever seen. Couldn't resist observing. Numerous comments made during the confrontation have been circulated on social media. The crowd reportedly gasped as Tai said, "You think you can drag me down with lies? But everyone knows who you really are. Tell them about the kid, Tai. Tell them about the guy we both know." Evelyn reportedly responded without missing a beat, "Lies, you've been living one." The audience's dynamics abruptly changed. Cast members attempted to comfort Tai on television, but she declined, claiming she didn't want sympathy. But when her tears exposed her fans were torn between suspicion and sympathy. On the other hand, Evelyn's powerful, contentious, and memorable reality TV exit left a trail of conjecture in her wake. A dot. Already, there are rumors circulating that Evelyn may reveal the alleged proof she mentioned. Fans are excitedly anticipating the next surprise as they make assumptions about images, photographs, and even conversations. Rumor websites that have already started analyzing previous appearances, interviews, and episodes provided clues everywhere. According to one website, Tai had previously declined to respond to a query on her private life, which may have been a precursor to Evelyn's present charges. Alliances inside the organization are already being impacted by the aftermath. Despite the fact that many people publicly call for peace, and some people are discreetly moving away from Tai, claiming that the rivalry has become more intense. The truth is, however, that once you say anything like this, it's irrevocable. Supporters assert that the suspicion has already been sown, even in the event that no proof is ever found. Such uncertainty could be more detrimental to Tai than any hard proof. Producers were taken by surprise, but they are now taking pleasure in the drama, according to insiders. Considering the every quiet discussion, sidelong glance, and uncomfortable moment is highlighted to keep viewers' attention because of the scandal's potential to draw a large audience. The listener grows more involved as the narrative goes on, and it becomes increasingly difficult to discern between laughter and the real-life repercussions. Just one dot. Evelyn's sudden departure shocked everyone in the room. Everywhere you turned, you could see people arguing, chatting, and attempting to solve the riddle. Others gingerly avoided Kai, who sat with her hands over her face, clearly terrified. Everyone sensed the gravity of the moment. Viewers subsequently described the film as unvarnished and disturbing, the kind of reality drama that appeared too real to be made. Tai's refusal to leave the stage added complexity to the situation. As if Evelyn's words had cemented her to the chair, she sat motionless. Tai shook strongly, her head when many courageous co-stars came up to her and urged her to calm down. As the cameras continued to shoot, her shaky voice sent a different message. "I'm not running from lies." Nevertheless, the filmmakers chose to let the situation play out organically. The situation became much more complicated as a result of what transpired. Rather of vanishing, Evelyn reappeared a few moments later, carrying her phone. As she held it in the air, the crowd gasped, air implying she had invoices. This was the most tense part of the evening, according to fans. Tai immediately objected, yelling that Evelyn was faking it. Her voice reverberated across the room as she focused entirely on the glowing gadget in her hand. "You can't keep dragging my family into this," she shouted. Evelyn, however, did not recoil. She casually looked through her phone and discovered hazy pictures and messages that she said linked them both to the same man. Even if not everyone in the room could see all of the material, the conclusion was enough to disperse the crowd. Whispers erupted into loud gasps, and some cast members covered their mouths in awe. As soon as video of Evelyn clutching her phone started to go viral, social media went crazy. Fans wanted to know the truth, and within minutes, hashtags went viral. In only a few minutes, people who were curious about the reality discovered that a reunion show with an illegitimate kid would ensure the most spectators and drama. The fear of more evidence had fans on edge, constantly monitoring timelines for any changes. As both women battled for their reputations, rumors about the alleged lover became louder. Blogs said they recognized him, but there had been no official confirmation. However, the descriptions were accurate for a man who was known to hang out with both women in the same social circles. He was described as charming, elusive, and crafty, someone who thrived on attention but avoided responsibilities. Rumors that he had relationships with other women who were part of the group further muddied the story. Additionally, Tai's relatives brought thrust to the public's attention. Bloggers contacted distant relatives in the hopes of getting a scoop. One anonymous source also claimed to be aware of the child's real tale. The fact that her family was being hounded by photographers only made her uneasiness greater, even if none of these claims could be proven. Supporters thought this was terrible. Pointing observed that the drama had changed from being a source of fun to something very personal. Meanwhile, cast members began taking sides. Some publicly supported Tai, pointing out her flaws and suggesting that Evelyn had gone too far. Others defended Evelyn by arguing that she had a long-standing right to speak the truth, even if it was untrue. The separation seemed to cause stress among the group, and producers avidly documented the intense exchanges that erupted on camera. Originally a story about two women, it now divides a whole cast, with the storyline including the devotion of each character. After a particularly tense filming session, one of the actors turned to Tai and asked him whether the child was real. As they waited for her response, the whole room became silent. Tai paused, her eyes darting nervously, before stating that her private life should remain private. Her hesitation did not be overlooked in spite of how firmly she rejected him. Fans immediately began analyzing the incident online, with many saying it as soon as they lost faith in her denials. Evelyn began sharing enigmatic posts on social media to pique curiosity even further. One picture showed a baby's dummy with no message, while another showed the blurry silhouette of a man walking away. Fans went bananas over the ambiguity, writing hundreds of comments screaming for clarity. Was she referring to the alleged child? Was she giving away who the lover was? No long explanation worked as well as her strategy of saying little but conveying a lot. When a well-known blogger claimed to have gotten an exclusive voicemail allegedly from the shared lover, this tale reached its climax. In the footage, a man's voice could be heard apologizing to an unnamed woman for feeling sorry for a child who was caught in the middle. The clip swiftly gained popularity on social media, but its authenticity was never confirmed. Many fans saw this as the last straw to support Tai. Some argued that it may have been fabricated to play on the drama, but the tension began to show. In public, Tai was seen dodging cameras by hiding her face and refusing to answer questions. However, the stark difference in their public personalities showed Tai as defeated and in control, while Evelyn seemed confident when reporters asked her about the competition, handling the situation with her head held high and smiled knowingly, weak and encircled. Still cracks began to emerge in Evelyn's demeanor. According to confidential sources, she was overwhelmed by the constant attention and criticism. Despite the fact that many people praised her for speaking the truth and others criticized her for going too far and using her personal anguish as a weapon, the conflicting views of the public made her question whether she had gone too far. Producers disclosed that the two women will be seated. The tension reached yet another peak when they sat next to one other at a later group dinner. The tension was apparent as women entered the room, confirming fans' first suspicions that there would be pyrotechnics on camera. Every chuckle seemed unreal. Every exchange is phony. Then, as if on cue, someone played the voice message, and the fuse was lighted once again. With her cheeks flushed with anger, Tai slammed her fist on the table. "You have no idea what I've been through," she screamed, in a trembling voice. With an icy voice, Evelyn stated, "You sit here pretending to be exposing the truth, but you're just taking advantage of pain that isn't yours. If you're hiding something, don't blame me for bringing it to light. Pain belongs to everyone who has been deceived." The room erupted. A dot. The question was more pressing than ever as the altercation went on. Was Tai's concealment of their shared lover's illegitimate kid really wrong? Or was Evelyn orchestrating a scheme to permanently ruin her rival? One thing was certain, but no one had definitive answers. The drama had reached a point of no return, and the impact would be disastrous. The intensity was uncontrollable. Tears were yelling accusations, and every emotion was released in its unadulterated, raw form despite the cast members' efforts to intervene. Tension was still swirling around the table. Silverware scraped across plates, glasses clinked uneasily, and nobody dared to speak louder than a whisper after Tai's passionate outburst. It seemed as if everyone in the cast was aware that the next words that were said between Tai and Evelyn would determine the tone of the whole scene. The air seemed oppressive, even suffocating. Producers, knowing that this was television gold, remained back and let the situation play out organically. Tai only says one quote. A faint OM curved Bray Evelyn's lips. She sat back in her chair with cool control and smiled smugly. The reality speaks louder than any act. Therefore, I don't need to appear as if I care. It's not me that's hiding. I'm not the one that deceived everyone who had faith in me. Although she spoke in a calm tone, Tai was clearly shaken with rage by the word's depth. Eventually, one of the other ladies attempted to defuse the situation by imploring both of them to put the matter aside and move on for the sake of peace. But none of them paid attention. She shocked everyone by hissing and slammed her palm on the table again. "You're obsessed with me?" Evelyn's grin disappeared as she leaned forward, her eyes unblinking, her voice stern. "No, Tai. The issue is, what kind of woman conceals a kid from the world? What kind of woman destroys families and fabricates tales to bring me down? Pretends to be innocent while knowing she's sharing a man with someone else? That's not strength. That's shame disguised as silence." The room erupted, and the drama soon spread beyond the dinner's boundaries and into the outside world, as even the women who had been silent couldn't contain their shock. Secretly recording phones under the table, whispering, and, within hours, clips of the argument went viral online, with each fan taking a side and each entertainment outlets rushed to publish conflicting narratives over the next few days, with some praising Evelyn as brave for not allowing hidden truths to remain, while others sided with Tai, portraying her as a victim of bullying. Buried, desperate to see her or the alleged child, Tai's home was the subject of another live video, but this time, instead of crying, she was furious and accused Evelyn of fabricating everything, manipulating, using her suffering as a means of gaining attention from her audience. "This isn't about truth," she said, "and I won't let her win." The man at the center of it all remained silent, which only served to heighten the mystery and fuel rumors. As the video went viral, fans dissected every word, with some applauding her strength and others pointing out the weaknesses in her defense. As the feud intensified, family members of both women began to consider. Tai's family members provided contradictory interviews, with some strongly supporting her and stating that she was being unfairly singled out, while others suggested that Evelyn's allegations might not be entirely untrue. Evelyn responded in her own unique fashion, using action rather than words, when she appeared at a public event sporting a necklace bearing a baby's initials. Comma zoomed in, and fans conjectured on social media as to whether the initials belonged to the baby. Every new point of view only widened the gap and made it more difficult to determine the truth. The final sit-down between Evelyn and Tai, which was filmed in a closed studio without the rest of the cast, was supposed to be the moment of resolution, but instead it turned out to be the most explosive confrontation yet. Evelyn's close friends praised her for her courage, while critics said she was using someone else's private life for influence.